If you're a roofing company, you know that every single day you get a lot of calls of people asking the same question. And the people who are not actually interested in your service can be a very big pain point because they're wasting your time when they're not even qualified. Today, I want to show you how easy it is to set up a voice AI agent that will qualify all of your leads and ask the right questions so that you only get into your pipeline those that are actually interested in your service. So the first thing is that we're going to go here into our platform and we're going to go to the section of voice agents. I'm going to click on agents and I'm going to create a new agent. When you click on create a new agent, you're going to see this pop-up window right here in which you're going to put the information about your company. For the purposes of this video, I have found a roofing company here in Phoenix and we're going to use it as an example. So I'm going to copy the link to the website and I'm going to put it here on website URL. I'm going to put the company of the name, which is Stone Creek Roofing. And I'm going to click on generate context now. What this is going to do is it's going to go into your website and using AI, it's going to grab all of the relevant information and create context for your voice AI agent. So you see that it only took a couple seconds, and if we read at this, it has some information about the company, what's their mission, the industry, what the primary customers are, what products or services they're offering. We can click save and continue. And now we're going to be able to choose the language. In this case, obviously it's going to be English. Then the identity name, let's put it Sarah. And the purpose is going to be, like I said, lead qualification call. And then here in the important instruction sections, you want to put information about how you want your agent to behave. For example, in here, I put some simple rules like to be friendly and only collect essential job details. So for example, 5 key questions that it must always ask. What type of roofing help do they need? Where are they located? Just the city and the zip to make sure that they're in our area. And is this service for a home or a commercial building? How soon do you need your work done? And what's the main issue? And then for closing, we just let them know that a technician or roofer will follow up with them shortly. So hit save and continue. And this is going to start creating the main prompt for our voice AI agent, and we're going to be able to test the first iteration right now. So I'm going to click on start web call and we're going to see how it sounds.
Hello, Josue. This is Sarah from Stone Creek Roofing. Can you hear me well?
Yes, I can hear you well.
Great. Is now a good time to talk for a few minutes?
Yes. I'm interested
Perfect.
in
I'm
your
calling.
services.
Perfect. I'm calling to quickly qualify your roofing needs so we can connect you with the right specialist. What type of roofing help are you looking for today? For example, repair, replacement, inspection, or storm damage?
So I'm looking for a repair.
Thank you. Could you tell me the city and zip code of the property?
Yeah, it's 85281 in Tempe, Arizona.
Thank you. Is this for a home or a commercial building?
This is for a home.
How soon would you like the work to be done? Is it urgent, within 1 to 2 weeks, or more flexible?
Yes, urgent, between 1 or 2 weeks.
Thank you. What's the main issue with the roof right now? For example, a leak, missing shingles, age, or hail
there's a
damage?
leak.
To ensure our technician can reach you, could you confirm the best phone number for a callback?
Yes, it's 510-600-5675.
Let me read it back. 510-600-5675.is. Is that correct?
That is correct, yes.
Thank you for the information. A technician will follow up shortly at the number you provided. Perfect. That would be all for now.
So that was the first version of our agent. Obviously, there's work to be done over here. As you see, it stated that it was a qualifying agent, but that's stuff that we can edit here in the prompt. And so once you get past the window, you're going to land here in which you're going to see the voice settings. For example, you can change to a different voice. If you don't like this one, we have a big variety of voices that you can choose from. For example, Adam. And there's multiple other options for different accents. You can also change how fast you want to talk. You can edit things like adding background sound. How sensitive do you want it to be interrupted? So for example, if you have this all the way up, then if the user says something, or the person on the phone says something, then the agent's going to stop and it's going to listen. So it just makes the conversation a little bit more human and more natural. But now I want to focus on how you can change the prompt so that it sounds a little bit different, or if you wanted to ask some other questions where you would do that. So first off, you're going to have different sections of your prompt. This is the prompt that was generated by our AI based on the context of your company as well as the instructions that we give it. So if I go down to the conversational flow, we see that we have a section that says determine roofing needed help, capture property location, and these are the questions that we had in the main instructions. If let's say your qualifying is different or you have other questions that you want to ask, you would change that over here. Same as with the closing. If you want to, for example, get their phone number as soon as the call starts, then you could add that to the conversation flow so that it's in the beginning and not at the end. That would be here in opening and greeting. And we heard that it said that it was a qualifying agent, so maybe we don't want that. We can easily edit that over here. It said I'm calling to quickly qualify your roofing needs. So I can change this and to learn more about your roofing needs, and take into account that this is assuming that this is going to be an outbound call, meaning that this is the agent calling a number specifically. Let's say if you have a list of leads that you want to reactivate because they were not qualified in the past, you can upload that list and have an agent run through a campaign and talk to all of those leads. But if you want it to be inbound, for example, say this company right here wants to connect their phone number to an agent inside Dapta, then what they need to do is change or adapt the prompt so that it knows that it's an outbound phone number. That way it would receive the call and say like, hello, who is this calling, and gather information in another way rather than saying, perfect, I'm calling to learn more, because this is more of an outbound setting. And then now you're wondering, where's all of this being stored? We can actually create variables that are going to extract this specific information from the call. So for example, if I wanted to know what service they're interested in, I would go here to call analysis, and into post call analysis I can add variables for data retrieval. So for example, I can add a text one that's called service interested in, and just say store the service that the user is interested in here. I can click confirm. And what about the phone number? We're asking for the phone number for callback, so we can name this one phone and just say store the phone number, store the phone number in this variable. Hit confirm, and now those two variables are going to be extracted in the call log. So before we test it one more time, I'm going to show you guys the call log over here. Here's where you're going to see all of the calls that have happened. For example, right now we only have one because it's the call that we just tested. And you're going to see information as the transcription as well as the recording of the call, a summary, and some dynamic variables, the summary, and extracted data. So we're going to see those two variables that we just added over here extracted. And if you're wondering if all of this information stays inside Dapta, the answer is no. You can create workflows that send this information into, for example, your CRM, a Google spreadsheet, or whatever other system you have. We can create workflows inside the platform that take care of doing that as well. If you see here in the call analysis, there's a call analysis flow in which you would go into our Flow Studio, create a workflow that receives that data and pushes it to your CRM. That could be HubSpot or Go High Level, to give some examples, or even Service Titan. So I'm going to test the call one more time, and we're going to see how everything gets stored.
Hello, Josue. This is Sarah from Stone Creek Roofing. Can you hear me well?
Yes, I can hear you well.
Great. Is now a good time to talk for a few minutes?
Yes.
Perfect. I'm calling to learn more about your roofing needs so we can connect you with the right specialist. What type of roofing help are you looking for today? For example, repair, replacement, inspection, or storm damage?
I want an inspection to my roof.
Thank you for letting me know. Could you tell me the city and zip code of the property?
Yes, we're located in Tempe, Arizona, and the zip code is 85281.
Thank you. Is this for a home or a commercial building?
This is for our home.
How soon would you like the work to be done? Is it urgent, within 1 to 2 weeks, or more flexible?
Yes, it's urgent.
What's the main issue with the roof right now? For example, a leak, missing shingles, age, or hail damage.
I think the shingles, they're too old.
To ensure our technician can reach you, could you confirm the best phone number for a callback?
Yes, it's 510-600-5675.
Let me read it back. 510-600-5675. Is that correct?
That is correct, yes.
Thank you for the information. A technician will follow up shortly at the number you provided. Perfect. That would be all for now. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.
So you see the agent ended the call right there, and it sounded a little bit more natural. Like you saw the opener, we edited it, and right away we can see that it sounded a little bit better. So now if I go into the call log and I go to the latest call, which is the one we just had, we can click on it, and we're going to see that in extracted data, now we see the phone number and the service that they're interested in. So as I was saying, you can send this to your CRM, or you can even have a call be transfer once the answers have been, once all the questions have been answered. That way you know that only the people who are being transferred to, let's say, your main phone number, they're all qualified, they've all been asked the questions, and they're all show some sort of level of interest. And there we go. Now you don't have to be answering the same question over and over again all day, or even handling missed calls at all.